Welcome back. I'm Stephanie, and on this channel, I like to share a lot of information in short periods of time for both high school and college students so that they can build a meaningful resume in hopes for them to separate themselves from their peers, classmates, so they can stand out in the crowd. If you like this type of information, please ring that notification bell, like, subscribe, share. Like I say, ring the notification bell so that you could be given a heads up when the next video comes out. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I know that's coming. I may drop this today, which is Christmas Day. If not, it'll be tomorrow. Happy Kwanzaa. Let me tell you why it's important for me to do this today. It is important because college students, this video is going to be for you. You're done for the semester. You have a block of time. You can apply for this and other REU certs and things that I've been talking about for summer 2023, because right now you're home on break. You may be vacationing, but you don't have to worry about a term paper, a final. You are able to focus on these applications. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about an REU, Planetary, habitability over space and time. And before I get started, I'm going to first talk about what is an REU. I know I've done this before, but I know that people probably were listening a little bit. Let's jump into it. An REU is a research experience for undergraduates. Undergraduate is a student working on their bachelor's degree, the first 4 years, basically, of college. That's an undergraduate. An REU site consists of a group of 10 or so undergraduates who work in the research programs of the host institution. Host institution could be a college or university that's not your home college or university, or it could be in a hospital or somewhere else. So it doesn't always have to be a college. Each student is associated with a specific research project where he or she works closely with the faculty and other researchers. Students are granted stipends and in many cases assistance with housing and travel. They may get money, financial assistance to help you with traveling to and from the location or with housing for that summer. I do want to also point out that with an REU, you're normally working about 40 hours a week. So even if you do research at school, it's usually not to this extent. You have a lab with all your science projects, you're doing research, but here sometimes in the REU, you're in the field or you're in the hospital and you're actually in a different kind of laboratory research situation. These REUs really help to separate you from the pack. And often we hear people talk about internships. That word is overused, overrated. And I hear people talking about, oh yeah, and I was making copies. As soon as you're making copies, as soon as you're not getting your hands dirty with the researchers and the faculty members who do this for a living, you know you are not in a meaningful internship, REU, cert, or whatever it is being worded. And that wording comes often from who is putting up the money and financially supporting it. Let's move forward. Today, you will learn about this specific REU, who can apply, does it pay a stipend? If so, how much is that stipend going to be? What will I be researching? What is the eligibility? So let's jump into that because these are all great pieces of information that we want to go over so that you can go ahead and start applying. Again, this is the summer of 2023. Planetary, habitability over space and time, REU. This is going to be done by Rice University, which is in Texas. So the Earth is habitable through feedbacks between biological and geological processes. Some of the things are questions that you will address, and please forgive me because I'm no scientist. I just like to find information and make sure I distribute it. Some of the questions that students may study if doing this particular research is, what controls the temperature of the earth? What controls nutrient concentrations in the forest? How does the composition of the deep earth influence the composition of the atmosphere? Why does the earth have water on the surface? These are just some of the questions that you may be researching and gathering information about. At the end of all REUs, students will present their research to the other students and other faculty within the program. So this is also great exposure. So this particular REU down in Texas, it is going to be 10 weeks long. It will run May 22nd through July 28th of summer 2023. Who is eligible to apply? This particular one is just amazing. Of course, you have to be enrolled in a college within the United States or its territories. You must be a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident. That means you have a green card. Good academic standing. You do not have to have any prior research experience. None of that is necessary. That tells you that they're looking for people to pull in. Here's the one I like best. You had to have completed at least 2 semesters of college and have at least 1 semester remaining after the summer of 2023. So after the summer, you have to be going back to college to complete at least 1 semester for your undergraduate degree. But let's go back to this other part. Complete at least 2 semesters. That means you could be a college freshman, college sophomore applying, because you will have completed 2 semesters by the time you get to the REU in May. By May of 2023, if you're currently just finished your first semester in college and you're going back in the spring of 23, by May 22nd, you have completed 2 semesters. Most REUs do not just let freshmen come. So this is really exciting for me. So, and I'm thinking, what kind of major would you need? I'm thinking biology, maybe even chemistry, environmental science. You could be studying the climate, all these things, Earth Science, go towards this. Okay, let's keep moving forward. There is a stipend for this. The stipend, remember, this is a 10-week long program. The stipend is $600 a week before taxes, and you'll have supplemental funding for housing. So you'll have the $600 a week and supplemental funding for housing. So this is actually exciting because freshman, sophomore can apply. I have a lot of other REUs. I just did one. You can go back and look at it, which is Coastal Change Across Communities, and that was hosted between East Carolina University along with North Carolina, along with the Outer Banks of North Carolina, and that one was any major. So these REUs are starting to open up to more and more majors. Most of them are for science, but go back and look at my Coastal Change Across Communities, and that's with the East Carolina University. Go back and check that one out, as well as, and that was for any major. And then this one, you can even be a freshman. So please, you have the break, you're done your finals, no midterms. I know I'm making this on Christmas Day because I am ecstatic for you. Please share this information. Share this information. Give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, pass it on to others who may be interested. If you apply to any of these programs that I talk about, maybe you don't want to tell me if you apply. If you are accepted, please leave a comment. I want to know that somebody is at least trying to go to some of these REUs. And good luck to everyone. Happy New Year. I plan on not jumping back on to the new year. Thank you and take care.